Hey, KBFers, Chad Hoover, Kayak TV. I want to talk about a topic that I've covered pretty extensively over the course of the past year, and that's sponsorships. But there's a very specific topic that I want to talk about. I did 3 videos this year on sponsorships and talked about how I've worked at pretty much every level of the industry. And I am the athlete, the sponsored angler. I've been the marketing director. I've been the pro staff director. I've owned the companies that utilize pro staffers, promotional staffers, professional staffers, and guys to promote and sell products. And so one of the things that I've tried to stay true to in my entire career or progression to where I'm at is that I don't use and won't use a product that I don't believe in. And there's a flip side to that coin because there's a lot of people that say that. But here's the question you kind of have to ask yourself. And I recently went through that and I am going through it. I met someone from Lose Reels, and I'm a big fan of Lose Reels. I use their reels, not exclusively because they don't have a big saltwater selection, but pretty close to exclusively for bass fishing, striper fishing, redfish, and speckled trout. Most of the small game stuff that I go after, I'm pretty loyal to the brand. I think they make one of the best, if not the best. I can't say they're the best because I haven't used every reel out there. And, there's a lot of great brands out there. I've used Shimano for years before I used Lose. I think Shimano had a drop off in quality and reliability. I think there was some customer service issues. And then I decided to, look for something else. And I tried a few reels. I tried ones that I felt like were inferior to Lose. And then I settled on, starting to replace my arsenal and upgrade in many cases to Lose reels. Met those guys at a trade show. They asked me to send them a package for the Kayak Bass Fishing National Championship and the Kayak Bass Fishing Trail and Open Series. Anyway, so I want to make a really long story short. So we went back and forth, and basically Lose decided that it wasn't in the budget to sponsor the Kayak Bass Fishing National Championship, Trails, Challenge Series, and it just wasn't in their budget to come to the table for that type of sponsorship. So my immediate response was, hey, listen, that sounds good. I love your stuff. I've actually bought some of your reels out of my pocket and used them for giveaways here on Kayak Bass TV. I would love to keep promoting your stuff. I've been using them on national television on Kayak Bass TV and Not Right Outdoors for the last 3 years. I've been using them here on Kayak Bass TV. I've promoted them through my social media, and I felt like I had done a lot, and kind of was at the point where I felt like the dialogue was at the point where it was mature enough for me to say, hey, send me a couple reels. I'm not going to lie, I'm probably one of the most blessed and one of the most sponsored guys on YouTube, but I'm also not a very big exclusive person in a lot of categories because I like to be objective. I like to have the ability to try to do what I consider guiding someone in the right direction, like we talked about in the last video. And so here's the deal. Lose turned down my sponsorship proposal. And they said, we don't have it in the budget. We're not interested. It's not a fit for us at this time. And so here's a question for you when it comes to sponsorships that you have to ask yourself. If you are providing your dollar vote for a product, and that's a product that you believe in, and by using it, and you want to evolve into a professional, or you just want a pro staff, a promotional deal, a pro purchase price, or something along those lines. If your endorsement's for sale, you're probably not going to get very far. Here's the flip side of that, and why I've kind of gone around my elbow to get to my butt in this analogy. Lose turned me down. Okay, when I came back and said, hey, just send me a couple reels to use personally, and I'll keep endorsing them on the television show, and I'll keep promoting them on my extensive social media outlet and on YouTube, and we're growing pretty good, up over 30,000 subscribers now, blah, blah, blah. They said no to that too.
Are you singing what I am singing?
And so here's the question. Here's the point I'm trying to get to. I'm still going to use Lose Reel.
Wait a minute.
Okay? I felt...
First of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Strongly enough about their reels that I was willing to put my name behind them, that I was willing to endorse them. I was willing to use them. I was willing to promote them. And when they decided that it didn't fit, it wasn't in the budget.
What did you expect?
I don't know. Whatever the reason is, that's a decision I have to respect from that company. But that doesn't mean I run out and start looking for a pro deal from another brand. That doesn't mean that I run out and say, well, screw those guys. I'm going to go find somebody else. If you don't appreciate what I'm doing, listen, guys, it is what it is. And you're not always going to be successful. You're not always going to get every company on board. But what I believe to my core is if you use the products you believe in and you believe in the products you use it's an easy transition to do this professionally, to do this full time. So the point that I wanted to make here is when it comes to sponsorships, there's as much to do with if a company brings you on board and they're willing to support you. There's as much to do if they don't as if they do. And what I mean by that is if you have a cadre of sponsors and then there's products that you use and you're only using them to potentially get a sponsorship, I think you're barking up the wrong tree. I think you're going about it all wrong. You should use the products you believe in and work to cultivate that relationship. Will lose come to the table at some point? Who knows? Will I jump ship tomorrow and say, screw them? Absolutely not. Because to me, my endorsement means nothing if I don't stick to my guns and I don't continue to use products that I believe in, even when that company doesn't necessarily believe in what I'm doing. Maybe they're not aware of it yet. Maybe the kayak fishing, growth has not hit the level, to where they appreciate it. Again, who knows? There's a number of factors behind why a company chooses to do what they do. I could be butthurt about it, or I could man up and say, listen, I use their products. I've told other people to buy them. I've answered thousands of emails, comments, questions, and messages, advising people to buy those reels. And honestly, I think you should. So when you're starting to look at doing this thing professionally, you should develop a mindset that you're going to try to develop a relationship and a marketable, branded, partnership with the companies whose products you believe in. But if it doesn't work out, I think if you start jumping ship and you become a product whore and you start to jump from brand to brand to brand, it's going to hurt you more in the long run. So this is kind of a follow-up on my sponsorship videos. I'll link those other videos up in the description box below, or throw the little card at the top so you can click on those and go back and watch some of those videos. But this is a topic that comes up over and over and over. And now that I'm going through something specifically in my own career that I feel like is relevant, I wanted to share that with you guys. And hopefully you enjoy it. Hope you get a little bit of insight from this. And more importantly, don't get discouraged. Just work harder, double down, give them more promotion. And to be honest with you, make them wish they had got on sooner when they finally call and say, hey, man, what do you think about, joining our pro staff? Or what do you think about, what would we have to do to get you on board as a sponsored athlete? Because then that puts you in the catbird seat, and maybe the commitment changes, maybe the price changes, maybe the whole is different. Maybe you're in a better place, maybe they're in a better place as a company. So I believe that everything happens for a reason. I'm ranting now. I've gone too long. Do me a favor, hit this video with a big old thumbs up. Comment below and let me know what you think, and tell me what you want to see in the next video. We'll see you next time right here on Kayak Bassin TV.